Hello again, it's me. Really excited. Hope you're enjoying the show so far. Next up, ECRU New York.
Hi, I'm Lisa Labosco, and I am so excited to be here today for the very first virtual event here at DSS. ECRU New York is very excited, and I am so excited to be presenting our newest launch, our color gloss, Luxe Color. Luxe Color is something that is absolutely brand new. It has no peroxide, no ammonia, no parabens. It requires no heat. It's translucent. It literally transforms the hair. You don't need to be a hair colorist to work with it, although if you are a hair colorist, you're going to absolutely love it. It gives the hair a beautiful glass-like shine, and it's just absolutely magnificent. So let me show you a little bit on what it is. So it comes in 7 colors plus clear that can be used alone, or it can be mixed with any of the colors. Now, all of the colors come and they can be used as is, or they can be intermixed with each other. You can mix 2 or more, and what you see is what you get. And let me just show you how beautiful these colors are. So clear is just clear, comes out absolutely like crystal clear. And then we have our ice. And you can see as I paint it on, we say that it's translucent. And when you think about translucent color, if you think about stained glass, that's what translucent color is. You get this beautiful shine and you get this beautiful color, but you're gonna see the natural color of the hair coming through. And the beauty of that is when you have different dimensions in the hair color, you're not going to cover that over. So when you put the gloss over the hair, you're still going to have that beautiful dimension in the hair, but now you're going to have this beautiful color coming over it. Ice is so beautiful on natural blonde or light blonde, not just natural, I'm sorry, on blonde hair, light blonde, and natural gray and silver. It's absolutely gorgeous. And then we have ginger. And you can see just the transparency of the colors. And then we have our copper. I mean, it really is just, it's like a rainbow. And then berry. And then ruby red, which is a true red. And then we go into our brunettes, where we have our walnut, which is it's a warm brown, and our coffee, which is a deeper neutral brown. But within these shades, you can intermix them and you can create any shade that you want. But let me just, before I bring on my model, let me just tell you a little bit more about it. So aside from these beautiful colors, it does so much more than just give shine and beautiful color. It contains a patented ingredient called chromosome. And chromosome, it actually goes not only on the cuticle layer of the hair, but it goes through. And some of it actually goes to the cortex of the hair. And it delivers not only antioxidants, but this patented ingredient chromosome that gives you 50% color protection. So if you're putting this over an oxidative tint, your color is going to last up to 50% longer. And that's not only for your clear, which could be used over any color, but all of these colors as well. So 50% color protection, as well as 30% antioxidant activity in the hair. So you are getting beautiful shine, beautiful color, and long-lasting color, not only with using this, but with in addition to any color that you're already using in your salon. So this is just a win-win service in your salon. But let me show you how you can also intermix them, because it doesn't stop here. You can take these 7 colors plus clear and make literally an endless amount of colors with it. Now, if you're mixing one of the brown shades with one of the brighter shades, you always want to start with your brighter shade first, because the pigmentation in your darker shades is so much more that you want to use less of that. So I'm going to start with berry. I'm going to use a smaller brush here. And it's all about what you see is what you get. So I'm going to take a bit of my berry here, and I'm going to just make a dot here in the circle, or make it into a circle. And I'm going to take another brush, and I'm going to take just a little bit of coffee. And I'm going to start just down here, just a little bit. Oh, maybe a little bit more than that. So I'm just going to add a tiny bit of that, right? As I add that coffee into it, you can see how it starts to get a little deeper. And the more coffee I add, the deeper it gets. So here it is by itself, and you can see it starts to get a little bit deeper as I add that in. Now if I add a little bit more, it's on the brush, it starts to get even deeper. And I can customize this until I have the exact shade that I want. But now I can go the complete opposite way as well. So maybe I don't want to go deeper. Maybe I want to create a pastel color. I can take clear. I know you can't really see that from there, but I'm taking quite a bit of clear right now. And I'm putting a nice amount of clear, because it takes a lot of clear to dilute just a little bit of berry. And I'm going to put just a tiny bit of berry there. And when I start to mix it, now I can start to make a beautiful pink. So from one shade, I can have a vibrant berry, a deep berry, or a pastel pink. And the possibilities are truly endless. It's so easy to work with. And I'll talk to you about application, how easy it is, but I want to do a live model for you, and I'll talk more about how it goes on, how the different ways that you can use it as I'm applying on a model, because I want you to see it on our model. So I'm going to take this away and bring out our model for you. Okay, so now I'm going to bring out my wonderful model, Rebecca. Thank you, Rebecca. And Rebecca is a perfect model for us today. She actually works with me, so she's wonderful, and I'd love to have her as a model. And she's a perfect client situation because she is actually expecting her second child. We're so happy for her. And she's a great client to be a candidate for Luxe Gloss, because a lot of times clients who maybe are expecting, they really don't want to use an oxidative tint. So Luxe Gloss is a perfect alternative for that, because again, there's no peroxide, there's no ammonia, there's no parabens. It's totally safe. So this is a great alternative for those clients. It's really great for for every client that's in there. But she wants to do a big color change, so this is going to be a lot of fun. Now, we already did a couple of strands on her because we were playing around before we came out here, but I want to show you one of the beauties of working with Luxe Gloss is that there's no like hesitation. If you're new to working with it and you're not sure, or maybe your client's not sure, you can do a test strand in literally 20 seconds. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to do it to show you exactly how quickly you can do a test strand. So I'm just going to bring my cart out. And this is so great because if you're doing a custom color and, or maybe you and your client aren't sure, maybe you're going between two colors, maybe you're thinking, oh, I want, as we're talking, we want berry, or maybe we want some coffee, or maybe we want a combination, and you're not quite sure. You don't have to have guesswork. There's no guesswork in it. You can do a quick test. You see exactly what you're going to get so quickly. So we did some over there, but we're going to do a new one over here, and you do it on dry hair. Now, I'm doing it right on top because we already know what we're going to do because we tested it before. But if she were in the salon, what I would do is I would go underneath until I was sure exactly what I was going to do. But we already know, and I'm just doing this for visual purposes for you. So I'm just going to have you turn a little bit so that the camera can get you. And we do recommend that you wear gloves, especially when you're working with the darker colors. It makes cleanup that much easier. So this is a combination of berry and coffee. Now, because it's translucent, and we talked about this a little bit before, translucent means that her natural color is going to shine through. And you can see that she has two different shades in her hair, or many different shades in her hair. She has a lighter shade and then she has a deeper shade. So she is going to get different tones with this one color because it's going to take brighter and lighter on her lighter hair, and then deeper on her darker hair because it's translucent color. So her natural color is going to shine through. So if you're doing a test strand, you want to make sure that you're grabbing a little bit of both of those colors. So I'm going to grab a little bit of both. And again, I'm doing this on top for purposes of the camera, but if I was in the salon and I wasn't sure if we were going to be doing this all over or if this was going to be our final piece, I would do it underneath. But you just take on dry hair, you just paint it on all over. And I'm just going to work it through. Now, normal timing for Luxe Gloss is going to be between 5 and 20 minutes, and it is applied on either damp or dry hair. You don't want the hair to be too wet because it's going to dilute the gloss. So I'm just working that all the way through. Oh, and I did not bring a towel. Someone could grab a towel for me. The towel's right there. Thank you so much. So even though this wasn't on for anywhere close to 5 minutes, I will get exactly what my color is going to do. So the difference, if I were to process her between 5 and 20 minutes, in 5 minutes, I will have full colorization on the hair, but it's not gonna last. Now, Luxe Gloss lasts between 6 and 8 shampoos. And then it it takes on tone and it fades on tone. We say it gets no off tones. And that, just get that a little bit better. And that is another remarkable thing with the color that, you know, we talk about colors going mucky a lot. You will never get that with Luxe Gloss, and that is because all of the colors are so perfectly balanced, and that's why you can blend them so perfectly and intermix them so perfectly. And there you can see the color. And that's just, it's a little damp yet. So I just have to dry it, but not even 1 minute. 30 seconds, 20 seconds, you just work it through, and she knows exactly what color that she is gonna get, which we've already done. So we know, she knows the color that she's gonna get because we've done it. And that is a combination of the coffee and berry. So I'm gonna get started applying this to her hair. And again, this is gonna go on dry hair for her. Because we're looking for a nice, deep, and vibrant colorization. And for timing for today, I'm probably going to apply about half her head and then take her off so we can bring up our next segment, and then I'll apply the other half off stage and then process her. I'm going to process her for the full 20 minutes. Now, this can be used in so many different ways. You can use this in the salon for clients who, like I mentioned before, don't want to use an oxidative tint. It is also for overlays. So for clients, maybe you can use this in replacement of their pull-through. It can be used on top of their pull-through. It will blend gray. It's not going to completely cover it, of course, but it will blend gray, especially if you're working with our brunettes. It's a great color service for men. So you can see I'm just kind of very quickly applying it through. And again, when you're applying this over, it's great over highlights, it's great for extensions, it's great for wigs. And this is also, we can custom blend it and give it to our clients to take home in between color surfaces. So I'm just working this very quickly because I want to bring up our next presenter. So you can see it goes on very, very quickly, and you can see the consistency. It's very easy to work with. It has a gel-like consistency. Okay, so I am going to bring Rebecca off stage. I'm going to apply the second side I'm going to leave it on for 20 minutes, rinse it out thoroughly, and then we'll bring her back at the end of the show.
Hello, my name is Amanda Jenkins and I am the Global Director of Education for ECRU New York, and I am so happy to be here with you today for the first ever live event for Di Pasquale Salon Systems. And I'm going to bring in my model because we're just going to get going here. So come on in, Michelle. And I'm here to talk to you about curl. I don't know about you, but probably 75% of my clientele has texture, whether it's wavy or highly curly. And since the past, few years, curl has become such a major impact on our industry that it's kind of like it's exciting for me because I love to cut texture, but it's exciting for clients too because now they're allowed to wear their hair natural. And what I love about ECRU New York and our Curl Perfect products is that they're designed specifically for the client that has texture, okay? Whether it be really slightly wavy or highly coily. So there's something for them. And I'm going to just kind of get into this haircut a bit, but you can see I have one side that's done, it's dried. And Michelle's hair, I did a pretty large makeover on her. I cut a lot of her length off. And as we're moving into the summer season, I feel like we're gonna be doing that a lot, right? So just giving a little bit more zhuzh. So I went through and I layered her out and I applied our defining styling potion, I went through and I washed her with our hydrating shampoo and our anti-frizz conditioner, and I'll get into those a little bit more as I get into the haircut, but I also used one of my all-time favorite products, which is our Rejuvenating Moisture Mist, okay? So this is a primer for your style, but for stylists or cutters, this is an amazing cutting lotion. This is the only cutting lotion I'm going to use because as stylists we know that it's just kind of like hair gets stuck to your finger and you're always just like throwing it off, right? So this product does not allow that to happen, but it's going to go in her beach bag, it's going to go in her gym bag as well. So I'm just going to put a little bit more on so I can start cutting and stop talking a little bit, but I just wanted you to see the finished result. She's been air drying for the past hour or so you can see what the product does. Okay, so Defining Styling Potion is the product that's in there along with our Rejuvenating Moisture Mist. Okay, so just coming through, and these are the 4 products that you're going to get in the promotion. Okay, and so I'll be talking about this forever because I love texture and curl so much that most of my clients, as soon as I start to put these products on them, they're obsessed with them. And so I want to talk a little bit about our academy. So we have a curl class coming up in our academy, and the curl class is going to go over just different shapes, foundations that you can use to cut your clients. And so one thing that you'll get out of any ECRU New York class at the academy is that foundation is key. Foundation is so important no matter whether you're cutting curl, straight hair, whether you're cutting with scissors or a razor, so that's really what's so important when it comes to cutting curl. Now, not only is it the shape that you're cutting, but it's the product that you're using, right? And so that's why these products are so important, right? And so your shampoo, your conditioner, your restyle, right? Because a lot of curly hair clients, they don't wash their hair every day, Do any of us wash our hair every day? So our Rejuvenating Moisture Mist is going to be that restyler, that reset for day 2 and 3. And it pairs perfectly with any of the products that are in the ECRU New York system, but the Curl Perfect as well, right? So Defining Styling Potion, and the promo that we have going on, that ends on April 14th. Okay, so, it's an amazing promotion. If you haven't tried the products, I highly recommend doing it because you will not be disappointed. Your clients are going to love it. And, they can air dry into the hair because as we move into summer season, a lot of the clients like to air dry, right? And so that's what these products are designed for. You can air dry, you can diffuse it. These products that I'm using today are great for anybody that wants to diffuse or air dry. And why I'm talking about that so much is that, not all of our clients are going to diffuse, but these products, the Defining Styling Potion, has a medium hold and it's going to define that curl. It's going to, I got a little curl hanging off my hand right now. It's going to not only define that curl, it's going to help fight frizz. So it's called the Curl Memory Complex, and it's a blend of ingredients that are like a health drink. So it's like your avocado seed, avocado oil, Kalahari melon seed, all of these things, mango butter, everything that I had in my smoothie this morning. But it's for your hair, and it's great because it's just gonna add hydration, and that's what curl clients want. Okay, so as I'm over directing, you see that I'm taking these sections and I'm over directing and I'm really working from short to long. Okay, so I'm creating a concave layer to the front. Now Michelle, she's an actress, so she can't go too crazy with her cut. And that's what's so great about understanding basic foundation of cutting hair, right? Because not only can she wear her hair curly, but she can also wear her hair straight depending on the part that she's going out for. And she can add a little bit more product, she can expand it, and I'm gonna bring her out in a little bit completely styled, and it's gonna be a bit more expanded. So she's gonna have the versatility, and that's what I like to teach in our academy, is that you should give your clients the versatility to play, because trends change, right? And so your clients are gonna wanna change with the trend. So as I'm moving towards the back, so I basically quadded out the full head, right? So basic quad, over directed everything forward, cut short to long, right? Created a concave. Now as I move back towards the back of the head, about the top of the ear, I'm going to over direct everything up and cut short to long here. So if I just went everything forward, we would be very heavy in the back, which would give her more of a triangular shape, and we're not into that anymore. So by over directing the hair up now, I'm now layering the back out just enough that it's equal and she gets this beautiful shape, whether her hair's curly or straight. What I love about the way that the hair, or how the hair has dried on the other side, is you can see this definition, right? You can see this curl. Her hair is quite fine, actually. So it probably gets frizzy easily, right, Michelle? Yeah, okay. Which is typical, right? But what's great about this is that it's gonna fight the frizz. It's gonna create more definition, and it's gonna hold all day. The Defining Styling Potion has that medium hold, and it's not going to have a hard shell. It still feels very soft. Okay, so as I work, I'm just gonna now start to over direct everything from the back straight up to basically the top of the ears where I'm at. And again, we have a curl class coming up in June. So if you want to learn more about cutting curl, then I would love to see you come to our academy. You can check out the exact date on our website, and you can find a full calendar of all the classes that we offer. The Rejuvenating Moisture Mist is allowing me to comb evenly and not have any snags. Right? Curly hair gets tangly quite often. I have hair on my face now, but that's okay. Okay, so I'm just gonna spin you around just a little bit. Okay. So pretty easy. We're not trying to reinvent the wheel here. And especially when you're working on a client like Michelle, this is my money client. This is my client that, she trusts me. And she will come back to me because I'm not going to make her hair too short. I'm not going to cut it to where she doesn't have the option to wear it straight because there might be chunks taken out, right? So she's got options here, and that's really what she wanted. She has this beautiful face. So we discussed bringing the layers up around her face and just to open it up. Okay, so as I work with my clients, typically what I do after I'm done with the haircut is I bring them back to the shampoo bowl and I resaturate the hair. But for time's sake, and because I don't have a shampoo bowl right here, I'm gonna re-wet her down with our rejuvenating moisture mist. Totally fine. This is probably what she's gonna do at the beach, right? So just gonna rehydrate the hair. So this product, again, it's amazing for anybody to have in their gym bag, their beach bag. It will reactivate any of the products that is in any of the styling products that we have, but for the curl products that we offer, the styling products would be the defining styling potion and the air dry foam. Excuse me, I have like a little brain moment. In the deal that we have in the promotion, we have the defining styling potion, the anti-frizz conditioner, and the hydrating shampoo and the rejuvenating moisture mist. So what I'm doing right now is I'm gonna apply a little bit of the defining styling potion. Now again, this has our curl memory complex in it, so it's so soft going into the hair, medium hold. I'm gonna apply it, really just, I like to call this the mash technique. So I'm trying not to separate the curl as much. I'm really getting in around her hairline, anywhere where she might have these little baby hairs or a little bit more frizz. So I'm coming through. And then I'm gonna take my towel, and I'm gonna have you tilt your head a little bit to the side. And I'm gonna do a little bit of a crunch. Now notice that I'm not doing this, okay? So the reason why I'm not like mushing the hair up, which is what I see a lot of times, is that that'll help create a little bit of frizz, right? So we wanna keep the curl formation, and then you slowly drop. Okay, so I'm going to take her off stage, I'll blow dry her, and then I'll bring her back to represent. And again, this is the cut, so I'll just recap. We just did concave layerings going forward, and we did a concave layering front of the back, coming straight up at 90 degrees, short to long. And this is air dried, and then I'll do the same thing, so you'll be able to see the finished result. And again, I just want to say that the promotion ends on April 14th, so make sure you get your products because they're the best. And I will bring Michelle back out in a few moments. I'm going to bring Lisa back up.
Our model, Rebecca, is backstage processing with her Luxe Gloss. And I forgot to mention all about our Luxe Gloss Discovery Kit. The promotion ends on 4/14, so don't forget to purchase your Luxe Gloss Discovery Kit, which contains one of everything that you saw here today. Everything you need to get started creating your color at home. Next, we have our Stylist Essentials. And for this, I'm going to bring our model, Danica, in. Stylist Essentials is everything you need as a stylist to create virtually any style that you can think of. This is whether you're a stylist behind the chair, or if you're working backstage during Fashion Week, or if you're on location doing weddings, whatever it may be, everything that you need is in this kit. So for Danica, I actually had her hair prepped because she has naturally straight hair. So I wanted to start her off with a little bit of movement in her hair. And when you have hair that's this long, it's very time consuming and it can be difficult to get some volume and for the hair to actually hold a lot of wave. Not so when you're working with our Stylist Essential Kit. So I prepped her hair using our dry texture spray because when I have hair this long and I'm creating a lot of waves, I don't want to use something that's really heavy or sticky because I want the hair to still have a lot of movement. Actually, Danica, could you just stand up for me for a minute? Could just stand right here. The beauty of having like long hair like this is that the hair moves and flows. So we don't want to use anything that's going to weigh it down. And dry texture spray is just perfect for this. So when you curl the hair using the dry texture spray, you get lots of movement, lots of texture in the hair, but you can still manipulate the hair. Okay, you can have a seat. Now, the other thing that I love to use is a little bit of Silk Nectar Serum. So this is literally liquid gold. This can be used on wet or dry hair. And this is a polishing serum for shine and strength. So I'm taking just a tiny bit and working it through my hands. And I'm just gonna work this through her ends. If you're using this on wet hair, you want to start midway and work it through the ends and press it into the hair because you'll actually feel the change in the texture of the hair as you're working it through. And when you're doing it on dry hair, it's just gonna bring out a beautiful shine. It'll never weigh the hair down, just beautiful. So this is really just my prep work, but her hair I could end right here because it's just so pretty. But this is actually just my prep for the style that I'm going to do. And what's so nice, when you have your curl or your wave, whatever you're doing, and it's really in there, you don't have to be afraid of going in with your hands or going in with your brush because it's going to stay in the hair. Sometimes you go through all that work of putting a wave in the hair or a little bit of a curl, you run your brush through it and it's gone. Not so when you're working with the dry texture spray, which is why I love using it, because even if you're doing a looser wave, it's still going to give it the strength that it needs, and it's going to maintain that wave even as you work through it. So it's great not only on long hair, but also if you're doing a wedding or something where you want that hair to really stay. So I'm talking a lot about weddings because we're getting into that season. We start getting into May and June, even July now. We start earlier and earlier. But we get into prom season, wedding season, and it's the season of updos. And whether you love doing them or don't love doing them, we have to have some, I call them our back pocket updos. And you have to have a couple of quick ways of putting the hair up that even if you don't have your client booked for it, that you can come up with something really cute and fast that is going to always work and it's going to look great when they walk out. So I'm going to do something that it's really simple. Even if you don't love doing updos, this one always works. It's really simple, fun, and even if a client's not booked for it, it only takes about 10 minutes and it works every time. So I use a lot of these little elastics. I think that they're a lifesaver. They hold a lot of the ends in, and it just makes it so much easier to work with. And also, here's another product that's in our kit called Styling Balm. And when you're working with Styling Balm, you're going to take just a tiny, tiny bit, and you're going to put it in the palm of your hand. And you rub your hands together until it disappears. That's it. And it'll just be a little bit of tack on your hands, and it makes it much easier when you're working with the hair to manipulate the hair. So it's just, like I said, just like a veil of product on your hands. So I'm gonna start, again, I've got these little elastics. I'm going to start by taking a triangle section on the top. And this is gonna kind of be like a boho type of updo twist. So my partings aren't going to be really perfect, but if you like it a little bit more perfect, by all means, you can do that. Or I'm just raking my fingers. If you like it more perfect, you can brush it more. So I'm kind of taking one on the section, not really tight. And I'm taking one of these little elastics, and I'm gonna kind of feel where her occipital is. And that's about where I'm gonna put my first elastic. And I still have that little bit of styling balm. And what's great about working with styling balm, you can use the styling balm to either smooth the hair or to create texture. We use this is probably one of our #1 products backstage during Fashion Week. We use it to create braids and twists because it makes it so much easier to do the braids and twists, keeps them neat, and it does not take much. So I'm kind of keeping it somewhat neat, but again, I'm not really using my brush or comb because I don't want it so perfect. So this is my second ponytail, kind of lined up approximately where the first one is, going next to it. Not so tight. And I'm going to do my third one. And I still have a bit of tack on my hands, a little bit of the styling balm. Styling balm has just kind of like a natural sheen, not a shine, but a natural sheen to it. And it can really be used on any length or texture of hair. It has the lightest hold out of our texture products. Okay, so I'm gonna bring that down. Okay, so just kind of line them up so they're about the same. Now, once I've done that, I'm just going to open it up and flip it through. And this has been done forever, I know, but it works. And that's why it's been done forever. Because it's so simple and it consistently works. So I'm going to do all three. Just using my finger to open it up and pull the ponytail through. Sometimes the simplest techniques are the most effective. Okay. And now I'm just going to pull a little bit to open it up. And at this point, if I felt that I needed to, if my hand started to get a little bit dry, I would apply a little bit more of the styling balm to my hand. And I think I'm gonna do that now. Just a little bit, not much. But again, just rubbing my hands together until it disappears. And just very lightly pulling until it opens up a little bit, loosen the crown. And this is all, depends on your personal preference, how much height you want, how much you want to open this up. And styling balm is going to stay pliable, so you can always go back and readjust it. Okay, so now once I've done that, that's my step one. I'm going to take the 3 ponytails. Okay, maybe do that one a little bit more. And I'm going to marry them together. And now I'm going to take this ponytail and divide it into 2. And I'm going to do a rope. And you can vary this. You can, you could do your own swing on this, but I just like to do a rope. So twisting to one side and folding to the other. So twist, twist right, fold left, twist right, fold left. And this is going in very easy because I have that little bit of styling balm on my hands, making it very easy. Twist right, fold left, all the way down. I'm just going to clip this out of the way. Do the same thing again. Twisting right, folding left. I think I'm just going to take just a drop on my dry texture spray. I'm going to open it up a tiny bit. Kind of wrap it. And I usually use my 3 as my anchors. My 3 elastics as my anchors, and it's pretty much there. And then I just look and maybe put in a couple more. And it's simple, and it's done, and it takes all of 10 minutes.
So I blow dried her with the Defining Styling Potion. You can see the beautiful definition that she has. It's got a medium hold. I was able to expand her a little bit. Now, something that I always do with my clients is I interchange the products. So, Lisa was just working with the Stylist Essentials. I use those products a lot as well. So, for instance, I'm going to apply the styling balm. So I love to finish my clients off with the styling balm, especially curly hair. So I'm gonna have Michelle flip your head upside down. Okay, so again, I'm just coming through a little bit of the styling balm. You can see my hands. There's really not a lot on here. It's just a little bit of a sheen, like a healthy sheen. Okay, now flip your head up. And it really just kind of accentuates that curl even more. And it's great for, not only straight hair. As you can see, curly hair, you can even put it in and let it air dry. It's like super great. And what I also like to use on my curly hair clients is I'll put in our dry texture spray if they want to have their style last a little bit more, or if I'm on set doing a photo shoot and I need the shot to be expanded or the hair to be expanded, then I'll use our dry texture spray. So I'm going to have you tilt your head slightly back. Sure, Lisa went over this. This is a really great hybrid of a working spray and a dry shampoo. So just a little bit goes a long way. And again, I mentioned it earlier, but if you're interested in learning a little bit more about curl and how to cut curl, please visit me in our academy. Our next curl class is in June, so you can go to our website, get the exact date, and you can see all the academy classes that we offer, from styling to cutting. So I'm gonna bring Lisa back out and enjoy the rest of the show.
We're back with our beautiful model, Rebecca, who was our Luxe Gloss model. This is a combination of berry and coffee, and you can see just what a beautiful, not just the color, but the shine and the texture, and it's just absolutely beautiful. Do you like it?
I love it.
She loves it. But she had been thinking about this for a while, and we kept going back and forth, and I said, you have to wait because I need to use you for my model for this event. But thank you so much for waiting and for being our wonderful model. So I'm gonna just turn you around a little bit. She's actually still a little bit damp, but you can see, I don't know, let me see if I can get her under the light. I don't know if you can see if I'm under the light, but you can see the variation in her color. It's just beautiful. And the different shading in there, where her highlights were the lighter color and the different shading. And the texture, it feels like glass, right? Mm-hmm. And again, this is the part of our Luxe Gloss Discovery Kit. Promotion ends on 4/14. So don't forget to get yours.
Thank you.